Hello, my name is Danielle Rose and I'm with MindKey. I wanted to talk to you today in honor of National Novel Writing Month. One of the programs that I obtained thanks to NaNoWriMo when I won back in 2011 or 2010 that has totally changed my life and the way that I write. As a freelance writer, this program called Scrivener is one of the most amazing and powerful and helpful tools for me. We'll talk a little bit about that, but I also want to talk about how it's beneficial to National Novel Writers Month writers, as well as novel writers, since that's what we are, but all novel writers can benefit from this. So let's talk first about my original process of writing. Basically, as a documents folder with a bunch of different subfolders so that I can keep track of everything. So let's say I've got one here called writings. I mean, even in here, look at all of this stuff. There's a lot of stuff in here. And this is only up until 2011 when I actually got one National Novel Writing Month and then started using Scrivener. So also my articles, which I write regularly for a newspaper. You can see there's tons of them in here. 809 items in this folder. Definitely handy dandy search feature is essential for using and going through that. But let's get to Scrivener. So in Scrivener, this is one file, by the way. If we go back into my documents folder, this is called my file cabinet right here. So if I open up my file cabinet, this is what I get. Danielle Rose Productions, which includes all of my work and business stuff, information for MindKey, the classes I run. MindKey has information with my anthologies, the community and my members and newsletters. Everything's in there. My novel is all here, the manuscript, my research and characters and places, and I have a separate folder for National Novel Writing Month. So you can see in 2015 I have it separated because we did Camp NaNoWriMo in April, and then I have November's, which, as you can see, I have not been writing very much in November. If you've been following my blog, you know why. But that's beside the point. Each day, I have a different file. So in these files, you can see how many words I wrote in that day. On day one, I wrote 2,550 words. That was great. Not a little good, better, not better, but just as good on day two, 1,300. And I started to go a little downhill after that, which is fine because I kept writing. But as you know, the important thing is to keep track, not necessarily keep track, but to keep writing. And now I can keep track of it. Or I can click on the folder for November and I have everything. I have 4,483 words total and I can read through it all. The interesting thing about it is after National Novel Writing Month is done, I can duplicate this file. Documents duplicate or Command or Control D, same as it's very standard keyboard shortcuts. Here's my copy now, so it's exactly what's in here. Now I'm ready to start doing some editing. I don't have to lose my original work if I don't want to. I can move things around. That's not really where I wanted it to go, but so let's say what I wrote on the 4th was really my opening. I just didn't write it until later on. I can move that up here nice and easy. And I can go in here and it looks just like a Word document. This is everything I've written. I can add folders for parts or chapters so that they're easily movable. I have my notes over here. I have little document notes over here. So let's say on the 3rd, I believe I took some clips that I was going to share with people. You can also put in your notes some ideas to get you started for the next day, which I do sometimes. I finished up, what's the next thing I want to write? So now when I open up my next file, new file for the following day, I just go back here, read my notes, and I'm all ready to go and start. There's also view mode where you have a cork board, and the cork board allows you to see everything in note cards. Up here is what I don't know why it's not showing me in court. Ah, there we go. Everything you write in here goes in your little note cards. So I can move things around and take a look at them real quick. Well, I don't remember what I wrote on the 2nd was about. So when I'm writing it on the 2nd, I could write here, ship in harbor. So that's what I wrote about that day. And then go back into my corkboard. Here it is, right here, ship in harbor. Nice and easy way, double click on it. And it opens up the notes here. Just change my view back. I've got the file all available for me in one spot. Now, there's a compile feature which I would love to get into, and it's really helpful for novels. Here's my novel, my manuscript. I have this is essentially my novel, my prologue, part 1, part 2, part 3. Scenes are scenes that I had planned on possibly using. I never did use them, and they could probably go in my what do I have? A research folder down here where I have unused scenes and then stories that are associated with the novel. All of this backstories and so on, marketing and promotion, my synopsises. There's more book info here, which is more recent stuff. I've been using the synopsis that I was using to pitch the novel in a contest that was recently entered in. Now, we have a couple of options. If we highlight all 3 of these folders, there's my entire novel. 91,334 words, all in one spot. Simple, simple, simple. Select all, Command A, copy it, edit copy, or Control C. I can open up a Word document and paste it right in. That's not to say that I would always recommend whether you use the compile feature or the copy and paste feature to reread through anything that you paste into a Word document. That's just standard practice. There are always a few things that don't carry over, no matter which way you use. But a compile feature will help you if you want to add. I think in this, I actually added my chapter titles in myself. So here I have chapter 2 written up top. But the compile feature will actually put that in for you if you don't want to handwrite chapters. So you can move things around, and whenever you compile it, it'll put the correct chapter name on top. I mean, it's really, really powerful program, and it keeps you really organized. So to avoid going too quick over too much information today, I just want to show you one last thing. So that articles folder with 809 files I showed you before, now I write all my articles in Scrivener, and you can have subfolders. So let's say in this Greenwood Lake Special Edition, I only did one article. Let's do Autumn Lights. Autumn Lights, I wrote a number of articles for this particular issue in the newspaper, but they're all in one spot now. So my health and wellness, I have my research, and in my research, I interviewed people. So in mindful assessment, this is my interview with them. In the right hand over here is my notes. When I duplicated this research folder, I created an article folder. So here's the articles folder, or actually it was, this is the articles for the health and wellness. And in the mindful assessment folder here, I only have one file in here this time. Sometimes I have a number of them and I can move them around, but here I have one. But as you can see, in this one file is all of the information from the person I interviewed. So I never have to worry about, oh, I have this great bit of information, but I forgot who to attribute it to. Let me go look through my notes. My notes are already here, and they follow the file, which is really fantastic and amazing. You can always close this part of the screen out too, so you don't see it if you don't want to. Now I can move it around. I want the mindful assessment stuff to go after the nature's yoga stuff. So I just move that folder there. I'm going to put it back because I really don't want it like that. But I could easily move it, and I have easily moved it. So for writing articles, whether writing articles, writing your novel, or just doing your National Novel Writing Month stuff, or just keeping your notes in order, it's a really great program. It's really essential. So thank you so much for listening to me talk about Scrivener today. This is our little 101. I hope that you enjoyed it. Please stop by our blog, www.mindkey.me, and you could click on the blog tab, or you can find us on Blogspot, mindkeyblog.blogspot.com. You can find us both ways. And leave a comment on this post. Let us know what you want to hear more of on our next Scrivener tutorial, what you want us to talk about, what questions you have, and if Scrivener can help you do more with your writing career, just your writing practice of just being creative. I think it helps promote creativity. So thank you again for your time, and